All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me for the Coyote Radio Show and podcast. We just got back from a crazy week in Austin, Texas during South by Southwest. Had so much fun. There's music everywhere. We were invited down by Jason Hendrix, which I now consider a great friend. What a host. What a guy. Been on this great show at the Colton House under Meanwhile in Music. So if you don't already follow that, I got links in the description. Follow their pages, all the social media things. But we did four days of music basically during the days, and just absolutely packed it with talent, all different types too. It wasn't just like one style or genre. It was a wonderful blend of music. So yeah, I pretty much was there for the week, but in a few days I crammed in about 14 or 15 interviews, kind of down and dirty style. We didn't have a lot of time with artists because people are just coming and going crazy in all directions. But yeah, it was great to sit down and talk with several artists and kind of get where they're from, what projects they're working on, and kind of what their future plans were. So we kind of, grabbed the gist of it and went with it. So I hope you like these. We're going to roll them out. We're going to send a bunch of them out as fast as possible because we want this information to be current and up to date. But once again, hats off to Jason Hendrix, Meanwhile in Music. Thank you for inviting the podcast down. Hopefully we can do it again next year. And we love you, man. So, all right, let's go talk to some artists. All right. Welcome back to the Coyote Radio Show and podcast. We're here. It's day 3 at the Colton House. Meanwhile in Music presents this crazy event. I'm going to call it an experience, but day 3, Paisley Fields is with us. Just got off the stage about an hour ago or so.
About an hour ago, yeah.
So yeah, thank you for being on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm just catching all the interviews I can. So if you would, man, just kind of like run us down that rabbit hole and just where you're from, how you got involved in music, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm originally from Iowa, but I live in New York now. I've played music pretty much all my life. I started out, my first job in music was playing piano in the church.
Okay.
And I kind of, growing up in a rural place, I grew up around a lot of country music, and so I kind of rebelled against it for a while. And, I was like, I don't want to listen to that. But I really came back around to it as an adult, and so that's kind of why I play country music now. It's really influenced me from a young age, even though I was rebellious against it.
I was too, honestly. Like, I grew up in the punk rock scene and stuff. Like, Dad's listening to country music? What the hell? Nah,
yeah, exactly.
I'm going to the mosh pit with
Nerds.
my friends. Or whatever. But yeah, it's funny how that works.
I know. You come back around to it. And I mean, it is really good music, and there's, a lot of really incredible stuff beyond the mainstream. Like, I really love Graham Parsons and Flying Burrito Brothers, which, is somewhat mainstream, but I think that's more on the side of fringe country that I really like, that's pushing boundaries a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so much great country that's like not being exposed. You know, it's like the same monotonous stuff that's on the radio, and it's just like drone.
It kind of all sounds like the same song, the same singer, and it's uninteresting to me. And maybe it sells records, but I think like something that lasts is not going to be something that everything sounds exactly the same.
Right. So where do you where do you draw inspiration from as far as the music's concerned?
I mean, it kind of depends. I generally just, living in the moment and experiencing life and being around my friends and what's happening around me currently. I pull from that, from whatever I'm listening to. It's really a lot of different things, even sometimes like going into my past and, thinking about what my experience was like as a queer person growing up in the country. And, on my last record, I really dove into that a lot. So I think I'm moving on from that portion of my writing a bit and going into another chapter. But yeah, it really depends on the day, the hour.
Yeah, so the writing process could probably be obviously all over the place depending on your mood and all that.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I have all the notes in my phone, and I'll sometimes just something will hit me, and I'm like, ooh, I'll save that for later. Or even talking with a friend, we're like, that would be a song. Like, let's
yeah, don't forget, you need to write the memo.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm not a writer by any means, but that's probably one of the most fascinating parts that I enjoy about music is writing. So it's always great to hear like how people go about it because
Yeah.
there's so many ways. You know, you can sit down with a guitar or do little memos like that or whatever.
I like trying different ways too. You know, some days I'll just sit at the piano, come up with a song that way, which sometimes that feels amazing and sometimes it feels like work. And like, I don't want to just like sit down and work. I want to, you know, feel excited about what I'm creating. So maybe I'll go for a walk and look around, see what comes to me, and just kind of change it up, play guitar, sing, you know, not really put any pressure on like a way to do it, you know?
Yeah, don't really hold yourself to those like restrictions,
Right,
and just kind of. I think if you can have fun with it, that the music turns out better.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's difficult to do, but
And you're really just creating something from nothing.
Right.
Like, you can do literally anything you want, you know?
yeah,
That's kind of the beauty of it.
That's great. So you're working on new music now? You got an EP or record or anything like that going on?
I am working on new music. We just put out a song in January, a single with a video, and I'm in the process of writing a new album. So I have about 12 songs right now. I want to get up to 20. I'm hoping by the spring I'll be done with writing. We'll be able to start moving into the recording phase. And trying to figure out, you know, the through line, like what's the album about. I'm letting it sort of take shape organically without thinking this is what I'm writing about. I'm like, I'll write these songs and kind of see what they're trying to tell me and let the songs really, you know, lead the story.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
12 tracks. That's a full. I mean, that's a full record.
I know. Well, I'm not going to record them all. I want to.
Oh, okay. You got to weed them out a little
which
bit.
ones fit together and kind of piece together the record I want to make next. You know.
Right. Are you going to tour behind that, or you have?
Yeah. This is our first kind of stop on this run of shows we're doing, and I have tours coming up throughout the year. I just got back from my first UK tour, which was incredible. I love touring there, and I want to go back soon. But yeah, I'll be going up through Tulsa and Little Rock, Kansas, Colorado, kind of.
Like that little run out
Do
through that way.
a little loop up here, and yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Man, I could only imagine what it's like to really kind of piece that together. Are you doing it all, do it yourself, or you got like a team behind you?
I got a team, yeah. So I do a lot of it myself, but I have a lot of help too. So it is a lot of work. It's, you know, kind of, I think it would be impossible for just one person to do all of it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
well, do it well anyway, at least.
To do it well, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm lucky I got a great label I'm on. I have a really good manager, and we're all working as a team together, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
exciting. Congratulations on that. That's,
Thanks.
you know,
Thank you.
There's a lot of people trying to make it out there, and the industry's tough. I mean,
It is tough.
It's a flooded type of market.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you can make it work, that's just awesome.
Yeah.
Pursue the dream.
Took a long time to get here.
Yeah. That's funny. Is there anything else you want to plug? Got any other thing that I don't know about I should be asking?
I don't know. See, I guess I'm not really in a plugging phase right now. I'm more of a creative phase. So, like the last thing was a single we put out in January. It's called Over the Radio Waves. So, we're still, you know, promoting that. I'm really proud of the last record I did called Limp Wrist. It came out like almost 2 years ago now. But I'm really proud of it and believe in it, and I hope that people will listen to it.
Yeah. Well, this whole being asked to set up here, and I've learned about some music I didn't know, including yours. Yeah. So like, it's cool to find new stuff and new channels and go down those rabbit holes. Yeah. So yeah, sounds great, man. Just keep it up.
Cool. Yeah.
Thank you for being on.
Yeah,
you have a website that we should plug here?
I do. It's paisleyfields.com. I'm on all the socials. So Instagram is Paisley James Fields, and X is Paisley_Fields.
Okay.
Formerly Twitter. I'm on TikTok. Paisley. Just look up Paisley Fields. All that stuff.
Instagram.
You'll find it all.
All of it. Yeah. Okay, I'll put all the links in the description. We'll make it a little easier.
That's easy.
So, thanks again, man.
Yeah,
That's great. So,
Yeah.
thanks.
Bye.